just a second to fix this tripod. Hey, oh gosh. Okay. It keeps wanting to fall. Why is it doing this? I think I broke my, I'm crooked. I think I broke my tripod. Can you guys hear me? Here, I don't need this. Oh my gosh. I'm going to let Jasper out. Okay. Hey, Jane. Hey, Tammy. Carol. Carla. Hold on a minute. I'm still struggling. Jasper's chewing on a bone, and he's been really loud. I wonder if I should have put that thing in there. And I'm crooked, and I don't know how to fix this. Hold on a minute. Ah! Hey, Carla. Let me see if this works. Maybe a little. It's a little better. I was trying to do it the other way because it'll be like, you know, full screen, but I thought I had it set up and then it said I needed to rotate my device. So it's not gonna work. How is everyone? Two different drinks. My coffee's almost cold. Hey, Kristen. I'll wait a few minutes. And oh my gosh, he is so loud. Give me just a second. I'm gonna move him or let him. Here, buddy. Here, right here, right there. No, don't bark. All right. Hey. I like my coffee in the evening. Hey, James. This dog is so noisy. Why are they calling me? About Lisa's doctor's appointment? It's a reminder, I guess.
Is it tomorrow?
No, that one's in like 2 weeks. Hey. All right. Oh, now he's drinking water. I'm going to give him a minute. Hello. Hey, Waking Darrow. I'm waiting on my dog to quit drinking water, and then we'll get started. Hey, Joanne. I've got a dog drinking water and 2 cats trying to stick their hind end in my face. Tammy, you know what he's been doing? He decided to jump the fence twice. Hey, Roger. Are you done? So I had to make it look like Fort Knox. Quit biting your sister. Okay. Hey, guys. If I missed you on here, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Oh my gosh. I know we have a voicemail. Let me turn on Do Not Disturb real quick. Because if not, I'm going to get disturbed. All right. There we go. He is. He drinks like a gallon at a time. He'll probably come up here and be really loud beside me in a minute. All right, guys. Hopefully this doesn't glitch. You know, we have the Starlink now, which is amazing. I could not go live at home before, so this is awesome. And Carla, the horse is doing good. The friend horse that she had came up to the fence and visited her today. Yes, the 1111 portal is going on today too. And we'll talk about that. So I've got all of my notes here and a bunch more here. So you're going to hear me flipping through pages. Oh gosh, now he's got his bone again. Oh my goodness, guys. And I know I promised you guys some more scary videos, and that's coming. It's just, I was not planning on getting a horse. I will hopefully I'll probably make a little video about that too soon. But the horse kind of halted everything. Hold on, he's back at the water bowl. We're just going to chit chat for a minute. Oh my goodness. Yes, happy birthday. I was hoping this one wouldn't figure it out, but he did. And honestly, I do need to do new fences. You know, when you raise goats, they tend to jack up every fence you've ever owned. I mean, I've spent thousands in fencing and it still looks terrible. So I really do need to start working on that. It is. It was a little difficult to, like, the setup process had me so irritated. You know, there's a lot of trees and mountains in West Virginia, so trying to find a spot where it gets signal was really difficult. And it was trial and error. We had it set up in one spot and it would go out, and we finally moved it, so it's good finally. But yeah, the horse is doing great. The dogs are felons. Jasper's daddy, Yeti, is not a fan of the horse, and he has done nothing but bark at her. He doesn't like her. Hopefully he'll get used to her. Okay. So guys, this is going to be Galactic Federation channeling. Right? We got to pump the sunshine in out here. Are you talking about the hurricane? Is that what you're talking about? Julianne, yes. The horse belonged to a neighbor, and the horse made friends with my daughter and was coming over here every day, every night, like all the time. And she finally was like, you know, if she wants her, she can have her. And my daughter's been asking for a horse since she could talk. So I always told her, you know, if, you know, like, I can't afford a horse, we're not going to be able to haul one. If we ever find one, the right one will come to us. So I kind of ate my words last week. She's been manifesting this for like, what, 8 years now? So manifesting works. We were not affected by the hurricane here where I'm at right currently. Hey, Gassy. We think she's about 10 years old. But she's doing great. And Carla's helped me out. She's raised horses, so I've messaged her a bit, asking questions. Okay. So like I said, this is Galactic Federation, and I have notes like I did last time. If I can read my notes, I have the light off. So what I do with my glasses? No. Hold on a minute. It's gonna shine from the light, guys. I'm gonna look like a dork in a minute. Ooh. Hey Tim, how are you? Okay. Let me find the questions. So this was like me asking questions and just writing down answers or visions. How have you been, Tim? I need to do another video and premiere it. I miss you guys. So guys, first we're going to talk about leading up to this point, where we're at and where the future is headed, because the Pluto return is going to end sometime in November, right? But you're still going to feel that effect. And the first time we had a Pluto return was literally July 4th, 1776. So it's been that long. And with these Pluto returns, it's about exposure. It's about consciousness. It's about seeing through the lies and deceit. That's what it brings up. A lot of people had these epiphanies and these awakenings where they're like, holy crap, things aren't what I thought they were. Or at least question some of it. I do think social media has helped some people. Hey, Eddie. So social media has helped in ways because people are sharing their ideas, especially I've seen a lot of it on TikTok over the, since summer. The trafficking has come to light. Okay. When was it? A couple of years ago, when I would, pick up on that energy, right? And I would tell someone, not on social media, but I would just be like talking to someone and say, there's a lot of stuff going on underground, so to speak. Well, literally too, but there's trafficking, there's this and that. And Carla, I haven't been able to, we've just had her a week, so we'll definitely get it done. Thank you. But people would be like, oh, that's just a conspiracy. That's not happening. People make that stuff up. The news has said that's not true. There's just rumors going around. But it was true. It is true. And I think we all saw that. The Diddy arrest. Okay. We saw some of that. And with Epstein, we saw a lot of that. But there's a lot of us that are like, okay, we need more. We need more of this to come out. And that's kind of like about the Pluto return, what we've been going through. A lot of people who maybe didn't believe that was going on are now seeing that. And they were like, maybe these people weren't nuts. Maybe it wasn't a conspiracy. If you go back and look at certain celebrities who have tried to expose it or wrote songs about it, calling people out, what happens to those people? They end up missing. I have not watched that yet, Joyanne. I've heard it's good. But people are starting to see that we weren't been told the truth. Look who Diddy was around. Look who supports him. Look at the people who were with him a lot. You're talking A-list celebrities, singers, politicians, whoever. And those people knew about this. There are people who maybe were involved at one time or did what they thought they needed to do, but then wanted out. And they're also exposing this. They're just as guilty, but they're using their free will now to to shed light on it. So there's definitely a lot more that's going to happen. I made a video on TikTok about a couple months ago, and I had named a few actors, actresses, singers, and it was literally just me sitting on the porch talking, and they immediately took it down, and I peeled it and they would not put it back up. So I'll tell you guys, Adele, she's going to go down. Her, Beyonce, this will probably get taken down too, so just to listen while you can. Obviously Jay-Z, J-Lo, they're all good. They're all kind of, they got that energy with them. I know a lot of people like her. Nicki, when you're talking about, there's a lot of actors that which I don't watch TV, so I don't know if they're in any shows. But there's a lot of actors, actresses that are really going to just kind of fall off, if that makes sense. They're going to quit getting gigs. You're just not going to see them anymore. Hey, Sue, how are you? Absolutely, James. Yeah. So this Pluto return we're not going to see it again in our lifetime. Not this lifetime, at least. We're definitely going to be experiencing more of this exposure. We've kind of hit this golden era, this golden things are going to start happening. And let me see my notes here. So what is today? I'm trying to think. Today's Monday, right? Okay. So the day after the election, was that last Wednesday? That was last Wednesday, right? Yeah, okay. So I was outside. I was working, I was outside. And it's like, when I was standing there, it's like I felt the universe take this big sigh and just be like, if that makes sense. Because things are happening more rapidly now, and it's going to continue. I kept hearing rapid fire, which is, the interpretation of that is there's going to be a lot of big changes, and they're going to be for the good, especially when it comes to our air quality, water quality, food. Those big changes are going to happen. And then it's going to be like they have to reload, then rapid fire again. So there might be a pause before we see like all this information at once, and then a pause, and then more information. Hey, Krista. So we're going to be getting all of this information, and things are going to happen. And if you're not paying attention, you might miss it. This is where you're going to have to learn to trust your intuition and trust how you feel, what you know. You know, we all have that discernment, or we should, the right from wrong discernment. Use it. This is the time to start, especially today, 11/11. This portal is for manifesting. And if we continue to manifest good for this earth, that's what's going to happen. We have to continue to manifest constantly, because we are powerful, right? You know, we changed a hurricane. We've done a lot of good. And when you get this many people who want better for earth, a better life for our children, our grandchildren, you know, for ourselves, big things can happen and good things can happen. And this is where you have to watch to not get caught up in emotion and ego. And when I was channeling today, I got called out because I have recently allowed my own emotion and ego to kind of like get in the way of things. And I will definitely be the first to admit that. It's hard sometimes not to. He's drinking water again. Sorry, guys. So this golden era, this change is not just with Earth. I got that it was not only globally, universally, and let me see. Like it affects like the whole planetary system, if that makes sense. It's not just for us. It is for like everything, like the galaxy type stuff. Like it's everything. And then you know, I asked what it consists of, and let's see where we are here. Guys, you got to give me a minute to go over this. So when I asked what it consists of, I had this vision, and it was all darkness, right? And there was this darkened ground. Think of ground when it hasn't had rain for years, and it starts to crack a little, right? And there's no grass, it just starts to crack. And I saw these light beams shooting up through the cracks, and they were super bright, and they were just illuminating everything. So these light beams were coming up out of the dirt, out of the ground. And I think that is like shedding light on issues that we need to work on. It's shedding light. This is like that aha moment where all of this stuff is going to come to the surface, like the dark to the light. And that's what is happening. And it's going to continue happening, I would say, at least for the next 6 years. It's not going to take another 6 years for everybody to kind of get the picture of what's going on. It's just going to continue. And I do feel, and I've been saying this for months, that there's going to be big changes with the way elections are. It's going to end up, I think they're going to work on changing these because it's too divisive. It's too divisive. When you have things that are fed by media that makes two different people hate each other, that's not good for humanity. And we all get caught up in it. It's just not good. You know, when you have people fighting and that angry, chaotic energy is just going to create more issues. And then I also heard, let me see. What did I just do with that? Okay, so I also heard we all share the same love, the same oneness, and the same unity. And we have to remember that. We're all here because there's a reason. Like, we're here for a reason. We are here to learn, to grow, and to experience changes and new things. You know, and even in readings, when you know, I'm talking to somebody about changes happening, changes can be scary. And that's what I tell them. You know, if you're terrified right now because these changes happened and you think that this is not what you're supposed to be doing or not in the right place at the right time, you have to remember that these changes are putting you on a different path, but it's also, you have to trust that it's the right path. You know, we don't get anywhere if we stay the same. We have to change. We have to evolve. And that's what's happening. Let me see. And then, oh, and I know this subject is a little, you know, it can go either way depending on your own views. But I asked, where does Trump stand? I guess I should have just used the initial T, because I don't know what I'm allowed to say on here. Where does he stand with this golden era and with this as far as the universe goes? And I heard a healer and awakened. I felt that his soul has up-leveled, if that makes sense, from the last time. And that is kind of why this rapid fire of exposure is happening. And he's going to be the one to help this happen. And then I asked if the other would have won, would this happen still? And I did get yes. It would just be a little slower. So it's like you're going to get snail speed and it's going to take, you know, a decade, or you're going to go like the rapid fire. So that's kind of where we're at. The exposure already started happening under B and K. I'll just use initials if you guys follow me. Excuse me. So it already started happening. We saw the Diddy stuff. We saw, all this stuff with Epstein and Maxwell, and we're starting to see things, right? So it was already happening, but now it's just going to be a little easier. So I know there are a lot of people that obviously wanted it to go the other way, but from a spiritual standpoint, a psychic standpoint, this was the best case scenario. And it's kind of like it's just going to be better. It's going to move faster. Okay, this is helping move faster. Let me see. Let me get back to my questions here. Then I asked, could anything stop us or halt us from this rapid change process? And I heard absolutely not. We were heard. What we talked to, our prayers, our manifestations, us wanting these changes and a better life, a better earth, they were heard. So nothing's going to stop this. Could there be hiccups along the way? Absolutely. But nothing is actually going to stop this. And, the dark cannot win when there's so much light. And there's so much more light in the world right now, in people, that it's just, the dark can't stand the light, right? Some of the dark. So there's nothing that's going to stop this. Let me see. So, I don't know where a lot of you guys stand on. Oh my gosh, I know it'll probably flag this if I say the word. The other word for lizard. there's those, right? There's negative reptilians and there's good ones, right? They have free will still. So we always think of them as the negative. There are good ones that are here trying to help as well. But we do have negative, and we have those in politics. We have those in government. We have those in everyday people that you wouldn't think of. We have those in, we have them, in the music industry, in acting, that kind of stuff. And when I asked if they were all human, it was obviously a no. Are they created? Some of them are created. And I asked if they could elaborate. And it was a mix between people just been indoctrinated like MK Ultra, but also some of these people clones, and it's not like they're just taking years to build these. They can come up in days. There are places they do this at, and it's I know it sounds crazy that they can instill consciousness in someone that they've created this stuff for a long time. And the more people know, the more you can kind of watch for it. Some people do pick up on these things. Some people don't. And then I asked why is this happening? These negatives, right? The negatives in the industry, the negatives in society. And then let me see. Hold on just a second. I'm going to look at my notes. We'll get back to that one in just a minute. So then I asked, what about the people who still cannot see what's happening? And that our world needs this change. And I was immediately told that it's going to happen. Like, they're going to be shown the way. The universe will definitely show them the way. Some people may take some time. This exposure, the dark to light, is going to help with that. But we have to remember, like I said earlier, our ego, our emotions, we're going to have to love everyone through this and never forget that, because some people can't help that they can't see it right now. There's so much going on with like news and media, and just things that get in the way. Okay, things that get in the way. It's like if you tell somebody something so many times, they're going to start believing it, right? And we do that to ourselves. Just like, people that want a better job, but they keep saying they can't get it. Well, I'll never get that. I'll never get it. I'll never get it. We do it to ourselves. This is just on a larger scale. So these people, the universe will show them. They will, they're going to see this. I do not have a time frame for that one. Okay. Are you guys still there? I haven't seen any. I don't know if I froze or anything. Also, the people who haven't seen, I just saw, I'm like trying to read all my notes. The people who are kind of waiting on the universe to show them, they are mourning period right now. And we have to respect that. We have to allow them to mourn. And that's valid. But they will be shown the light and the truth. And they have free will. So, we all do. So with that free will, they can choose what they want to do with that information, if that makes sense. But I did pick up on a lot of chaotic energy again. And we were kind of over that after the hurricane, but that was like more of weather chaotic energy. This is more of like human chaotic energy. And then we are transitioning for the betterment. Better food, better water, better lives, better finances. We are transitioning. So this transition period is happening. I do feel that the chemtrails will eventually be stopped. We all see them. Well, I think Tennessee banned them a while back. But those are going to be stopped. I did not ask about the weather seeding, which I should have. I'm assuming that's gonna be stopped too. Let's see where else we're at. So as far as the planets go, I asked about when I heard that the galaxies and like the whole planetary system is like affected by this new Earth, so to speak. I asked which ones, and I immediately felt that which ones are more affected. I picked up on Venus, Mars, and the energy of Pluto is excited. I guess Pluto's like, I did my job. This return. And Jupiter. I'll have to look into that. I did not look into that to see what's going on with it, like why, but I will try to do that soon. But it's like they feel like they can like start fresh too, if that makes sense. I know I sound nuts, but let me see. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm just going through this. Jasper just burped. And I've had people ask me about med beds. So I did ask about that, and I was told that they are already here. They're already like being used, just not by like regular people like us. But I did feel that within 6 years, we could potentially be using them, or there'll be an option. I'm not sure, how much that's going to cost, or what it's going to, I didn't elaborate on that one. Okay. So I did ask a few more political questions, and if you guys want me to go over that, I will. Just let me know. Like in some ways, we can try not to keep this political to some degree, but with the Pluto return and election year, it's kind of hard not to. I just got it all over me. Okay, so I did ask if, I'll just use initials, K was part of the light, and I heard no. That she, hold on a minute. I can't read my own writing. Okay, I heard that she plays a role. She's playing a role right now. That's exactly how I heard it. She's playing a role. And B, been manipulated. There was manipulation going on. And I heard manipulation by their master. So when I asked who the master was, I immediately heard, and I'm going to try to pronounce this because I wrote it down, and I don't think I spelled it right. So Baphomet? I don't know. But I immediately saw a circle with what sort of looked like a pentagram in the middle, and I saw horns coming up. So it was horns in a circle, and then I felt that, like, this is negative, okay? But then I heard that it was one in one with Illuminati. So this is like, because a lot of people think Illuminati is like the top of the chain on that part of the stuff, right? But it's like they have their master too. And I felt like that's where this is going. My light is dying, guys. I might have to turn my other one on. So there's a link with the Illuminati, Baphomet, and some of the negative, more negative people, which goes on to leads into the trafficking, the actors, singers, that kind of stuff. It's going to lead into that as well. Local governments are going to be involved in this. There's going to be exposure of I probably can't say this either, 3-letter agencies, if that makes sense. There's going to be, because there's a lot of corruption going on. There's a lot of dirty deeds happening, which tie into see, I didn't draw it right, but that's exactly how I drew it. Like, that's what I saw. But I know it's not the best, but so there's a tie for in some of that, with some of it, not all of them, but some of them. Let me see what else we got. I think I'm about done, but let me see. Okay, and this was like, it felt like it was left field, right? So I heard when I was asking about, like, when is this stuff going to declass? When is the truth going to be like evidence, right? For people to see. And then I heard the underworld, and I was like, what are you talking about? And specifically not the tunnels. That's not what they showed me. I saw a forest, right? Like it was like a rainforest that's underground. The underworld, I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. And I saw birds, and there's humidity, there's rain, there was all these sounds from nature. But it's like, I'm still trying to figure out. I did not spend a lot of time talking about this, but I did get visions of this. I'll definitely want to go back into that, and I'll let you guys know. But they called it the underworld, and I specifically seen a rainforest. So I'm not sure if this is like legit underground, or if it's like somewhere on the map that we're not allowed to see or go to. But there were birds, and they were making noises, and there were other animals and things in trees. A lot of lush green grass. It was just like what you would picture a rainforest looking like. But the birds were a little different. I think these ones were like ones that we typically wouldn't see, like in one here. I know. Okay. And I did pick up that a lot of the negatives, the reptilians, are just scared right now. Like they are defeated. This is actually happening. They've been defeated, and they're no longer going to be able to have their power over anybody, over humans, over I like this dad, guys. They're not going to be able to have their power that they did have over Jasper just sat down beside me. There he is. There he is. So they're not going to be able to have this power that they have had for a long time. But what I can tell you guys is to just keep your light up. Keep your spirits up. You know, even if you're struggling with things that are going on right now, just know that better is coming. Okay. This has been in the process for too long. Nothing is going to stop this. We are going to have a better earth. We're going to have better unity. It's going to happen. So just trust in that. And don't forget to love one another. And, you know, we have to share that love and be there for each other. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. So don't forget to like, share, make sure you're subscribed. Are you sleepy? Let me see this for a second.
Yes, and that any questions?
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, I'm not getting any new I'm not getting, for some reason my comments are like off somehow on here because I'm like I don't see any comments, but let me see. Hey Randy, hey Charmaine, hey Todd, James. See, I can't I'm not getting comments. They just stopped on my phone. So I'm looking at another one. Give me just a second. Hey Marcy. Sorry I didn't get to say hi to you guys. I did not like I've been looking at my like the comments on the screen and like it stopped like 20 minutes ago. Hey Primal. Yes. Have you picked up on that, Primal? Hope you feel better, Charmaine. Hey Candy. Giant owls. I'm not sure. What I saw were almost like toucans. Like I don't know how to. They had, but they were yellow and like they were just weird looking. Like I don't remember ever seeing, like even in a book, you know, a TV show, seeing a bird like this. So yeah, I'm sorry I did not see you guys. Or I would have said hello. I don't know why my comments aren't working. What does that mean? I don't know what that button means. I don't want to hit it because I don't know what it means. Let me see what this. Nope. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna stop. Okay. But James, yes, I do think the giant owls are definitely a part of it. Okay. So for me to when I was talking about this exposure stuff and then I picked up on the underworld, I do feel that that's going to be exposed. I'm not sure when, but I don't think they would have told me that without having the intention of it coming to light. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. It's just going to, like I said, it's going to be rapid fire. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff declassed, and this is all stuff that there's people that know about this. There's people that could give us the answers, but are they going to do it right now? Probably not. I'm so sorry for your loss. Very, very sorry for your loss. So guys, we just have a lot of stuff that's going to happen, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I think we all need this. We've all been wanting a change for years and years and years and years, decades. Like there's got to be more than this, right? And there is, and I think it's going to happen. If I feel anything else or like get any messages that anything's going to halt this, but like they said, nothing's going to stop this. Like, it's going to happen. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. Primal. Be the disclosure. Remember who you are. Absolutely. And just to touch on that, we absolutely have more power than we know, than we're led to believe. There's a lot of things that block it. And it goes back to being told we can't, you know? It goes back to being told we can't. Jasper's knocking everything over. What are you doing? He's got the prettiest little face. You know, what just there's a lot of things that can block abilities and superpowers. I'm just going to call them that. For one, there was, I think it was my mom, sent me something that said like RFK is going to work on getting fluoride out of the water. Fluoride is a calcifier. Fluoride is a toxin. We've been led to believe it's great for you, right? It's ever since we've been little. You got to use fluoride toothpaste. You got to use fluoride water. It's going to be so good and healthy for you. But that's kind of an example of one of those things that's really not good for you. It's going to kind of make you sick, and it's going to be bad for you. And a lot of people still don't understand that or know that, and that's okay. It's going to come out, and that's going to come out, I think, sooner rather than later. I'm glad he's working on that. In America, I know all of my viewers are not from America, but in America, we allow chemicals in our food that are banned in many, 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 many other countries. Banned. Like, they will not feed this to their citizens. They will not feed this to their people, but we get fed this stuff all the time. Wonder why? I mean, think about it. Makes us sick. We have to go to a doctor. Doctor bills are really high. Then we need medication. Then you need medicine for that. It's just like it's a bad cycle, right? So things are going to get better. Good night, Carla. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I want to keep it at under an hour. Thank you guys for joining. I will hopefully have a scary video out soon, but you know, I have a horse now, so it's been a little difficult for the moment. Absolutely, petroleum waste byproducts. Yes, it's a lot of, yeah. But good night, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Much love to you all.